I was saying, so others will have to listen to, they have to listen to the recording. So I can join category ID on and product ID on category ID now. So what I need to do is click on the product dimension table and then click on merge queries, right? Merge queries. I'll click on this category ID here, come to this category, yes, and then click on this as well. So I'm merging based on the category ID. I'm doing the left outer join because what is left outer join? So we have different types of joins. Left outer join is saying return everything from this first table, right? Then now check the other table. If there's anything relating, so for example, now this other table has 1. So okay, I will return 1 beginner and 1 here to this first table. But let's say this table has 4 and this table does not have 4, right? So it will still return everything from here. It will now return matching columns from the other table. So the same thing for right outer. Right outer is saying from the second table, return everything. Look at matched data from the first table. Then we have inner. Inner is look at both table, what is common to the both, like an intercept. That's inner, right? And then food outer is return everything from the first, return everything from the second. Wherever there are no matches, you write not. So those are the types of matches. Then I'll click OK. So now bring this table sign, and what I need to do is just to expand. What I need is not the ID, what I need is just the category. I'll click OK. That does that for me. The same thing for supplier ID. There is supplier here, right? So supplier ID, what I need is just the supplier name. Let's say I need the supplier name and the supplier city. So, or the email or something. So all I need to do is come to product as well. Merge queries on what now? On supplier ID. Bring in the supplier table and then merge it on this. We are doing the left outer as well. Click OK, right? And then we can now expand out this. I just need the supplier and then let's say I want the email as well. I'll click on what I need. I would say OK. So I have my merge table now. And because I have my merge table now, I can what? And I can disable load for this. I can what? Also disable load for this. All right. So my table now is complete. So the table I'm importing now to Power BI is the sales rep. All right. The 2017 data. So I need to rename this because it's no longer 2017. It's now the merged data, right? And then I'm bringing in the products. You notice that because I've disabled load for this, and for this, it will not, when I close and apply, it will not follow with the other tables, right? So I'll say close. So I've done, if there any other cleaning, let's look at it. If there's any cleaning we have to do, we check that out. If there's none, we proceed. Let's check products. Any cleaning, let's just say stuff. Any cleaning. So our data is fine. So we just say close and apply. All right, so you can see that the 3 tables coming in is just the sales rep, match data, and the product. We have disabled the other one, so it won't come in with our data, right? You see that this guy now will be deleted. You can see the former table global superstore will be deleted because we've deleted it from Power Query, so it affects it here as well. So it has deleted, and if you go to your modeling now, right, you can see that it has created relationship directly by default. But now one thing is missing here, which is relationship between product ID and product ID. So you can drag it, just drag and drop on top product ID. Those are the two. Or you can come to manage relationships, right? And then if you need to add any other relationship, you can add it here. All right. So our data is fine now. So one other relationship I want us to create now is to create a date table. So why do we need a date table? We need a date table so that we can work with time intelligence functions in that. Without a date table, we cannot work with time intelligence function in that. So we need a date table for this work. So how do I do a date table? I'll come to data tab and I'll say new table. Don't forget, I said we have 3 types of calculation in DAX. Okay, I think we have not gone there. So let's just create this. I will explain later again. But just know that we have 3 calculations. We have calculated column, measures, and what? And calculated table. So what we are doing here is a calculated table to create a date table. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a DAX function called Calendar Auto. How does Calendar Auto work? Calendar Auto has the ability to go and look for at your master data, which is your fact table, which is this March data. Then to look at it and look at the latest date and the earliest date, and use it to calculate this Calendar Auto. When I click Auto, so it's saying Calendar Auto cannot find. So let's check our merge data. Do you have a date column there? Okay, so you can see it's throwing error. It's saying from this master data, I cannot see any date feed though. I can't see any date feed. So, and that is because this our ISO date is not yet in date format, right? So we need to change it to date format. So date. Or colon to data to date data type. So let's go back to our Power Query, all right, and convert that to a date. I didn't even check, so let's convert that to a date. So it's not in date format, right? And it cannot be in date format because there is no separation. But let's see. I think we should be able to pass. Can we pass directly instead of separating first? So we cannot pass. So the first thing we have to do is separate it into 3, right? So meaning we have to first of all extract the year part. So I can say, let's do duplicate.
Hello, sir. I don't understand what I do, sir.
Hello?
Okay, so you want to separate the year, sir.
So now you can see that when I wanted to use the Calendar Auto, it's telling me, Calendar Auto is saying, I cannot see any date feed from your data. All right. So when I check through, there is no date feed. This ISO date is the date feed, but it's not in date format. Are you getting me? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir. No, sir.
You're not getting it, Abby?
Yes, sir. I'm not getting it, sir.
Hello?
Yes, I'm not getting it, sir. I'm not getting it.
Okay, you know, when I wanted to use Calendar Auto, when I press enter, it's saying I cannot see a date feed.
Okay, because you have not transformed it here.
We have not transformed this ISO date. You get it? So
okay, yes, I get it now.
Format first before we can now use Calendar Auto.
Auto, yes. Okay, I understand now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to duplicate this guy so that I can extract year, extract month, and then combine it later. Duplicate column as well. So here and what I'm going to extract the first. Okay, Michael is using one again.
But sir, instead of you extracting and combining again, why not change it direct?
So if I change it directly, it will not. I was trying to do
And
that.
no, we first start with change to test.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
test. So from test, we now
Let's
change
see.
to this date.
Yeah, that's true. So let's change the test,
Test first.
and then it will work now. Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Replace current. The shade you can
No,
see.
no, Control Z, sir. Control Z. No, Control Z, sir.
Wait, let's do
Yes. So test first.
let's see test. Right, and then dates, Abby.
Yes. No, add new step. Add new step.
Add new step, yeah. So yeah, great. So this works. Let me also use this other way so that in case, so we just change the test and then take it back to gate. But let me use that other way as well so that in case anybody needs that, in case there's a need for that. So what I will just do is extract. I will use extract the first characters. I will extract the first four for this. All right. I will extract range, right? This one I will extract from 5 to 6 range, starting 5, ending 6. So I will just see how this one works too. No. This is no, this is not it. So let's see range. Starting index. Let me say 4. Okay. Starting is like 4. Number of characters 2. Let's see that. Okay, so this works, right? And then this one will be the last 2, right? Extract the last 2 characters, right? So I can now do what? I can now click on this, and click on this, and say merge columns, right? And then to tell me which form of separator do I want. I can do a custom and say I want slash, and then you say okay. So it has done that for me now. Then I can change it to dates field now as well. So any which way works, right? So this also works. So then I'll change this back to ISO dates. Okay. So Mike, you can see now this one also works. So in case maybe that one was not going to work in the case, this will also help us.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Close and apply. So we have it in date format now. So if you now go back to our date table, it will work now because we now calendar auto. All right. And then that will now pick dates now because there is a date field in our model. The next thing is, let me create a new column. Let's just do months, which is what? Format the date field. Don't stress yourself for now. What's the name? Benjamin and every other person. We'll still talk more on this. I just want us to create a model and then we'll end it for tonight, right? So we'll still talk extensively on this. And then it's asking for my format. I want my format M3 letters. If I want it in full, I can choose 4. So that gives me the months in full. All right. So the new column, let me say month number. That is month of the date. All right. But I need the year, new column, the year of the date. So let me just work with this small one. So then here we can come here and then create another relationship between our date table and the date here, ISO dates. Great. So this is, you can see that this looks like a star. So that's why it's called star schema. So we have our relationship. Now we can start working and building and building and building and building. So we'll continue with this data in our next class this week. But at this point, we've been able to touch, extract, transform, and model. And modeling does not get further than this. It's just for you to ensure that your tables are well dimensioned, right? The dimensions are clear. This is a date dimension, sales rep dimension, product dimension, and the fact table. So the moment you are done with this, then you can start with your calculations. So for tonight, this is where we'll draw the curtain. So let me save this. I will send this. I will send the data sets, right? The global systems and the other ones. Okay, I will send the notepad as well so that you can make it there. So this week, of course, we'll look at DAX and probably look at DAX. This week we just basically will be on DAX because I want us to really cover DAX extensively, right? Yeah. So by next week or by weekend, we can touch visualization a bit so that we can start by next week and we go into a bit of SQL and then finish every other thing on Power BI, right? So any question at this point before we call it a day? Who is here? So then I'm going to send an assignment, right? So that you can play with. Benjamin, questions? Michael? Are we good? Benjamin, are you good? So when I send data set, just ensure you replicate all that I've done here so that I will give you. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. See you this week, right? Have a great night rest. Happy New Week. Bye.
Same to you, sir. Bye bye.